Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Shine 2019, coming to you live from Worcester, Massachusetts. I just wanted to prove once again that I know how to pronounce that word. I am not an ignorant human being, Ajax. He's still Ajax, I'm still Koopa, and we are going to be trucking along here, and we're about in top 24, top 32.
I believe so, and we still have plenty of great matches for you here, because even though we may be the same people, we got the same consistent people coming up. We already saw ScAtt a little while ago playing against MK Leo, doing very solid. But I know y'all love your Captain Falcon, and you're going to love seeing this one.
Yeah, man. You're going to have one of the best in the biz, and one of the best in the, I mean, easily the best in the tri-state area, Mr. NSM NickC.
Now, a little tidbit here. If you don't happen to know the Georgia scene, ScAtt is probably the person in this entire building with the most Captain Falcon experience, because he regularly plays against Fatality.
That's true.
So,
but does it really matter? Like, I feel like every Falcon main has a different like strain of Red Bull that runs through their veins, and a different like style of cheeseburger that like pumps the blood through their arteries. Like,
just every single one of them just loaded with extra fries and cheese. Let that cholesterol flow so you can get that high-inducing sweat and blood pumping going.
Yeah, man. And I'm excited, because not only do I love watching Captain Falcon, Nick's one of my favorite players to watch, man. He's a lab rat. He's also a multi-fighting game person. You know, he plays a lot of Street Fighter. And
another Marvel vs. Capcom head.
Yeah.
And, you know, the way that you see that he establishes pressure, just constantly pushing the initiative to make you feel stressed. I love the way that he goes for fake resets. He'll intentionally let you believe that you could get away with something, and then later on he'll capitalize on it so well. Usually with falling near one mix-ups rather than just cashing out the full string, and then you got to worry about that down-air pressure. But ScAtt already setting up the wall, trying to keep him out.
Yeah, so the big thing here is going to be how well can NickC break zone before he starts taking these tertiary damage from grenades. Because obviously Captain Falcon has no problem getting in, he has no problem killing you.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't know. It just depends on how well ScAtt's going to be able to set up that wall in front of him to mitigate that, you know, crazy Falcon damage.
Exactly. Mitigation and that damage throughout this match is going to be so important. Because as Captain Falcon, you know full well you got to go in to get that knee, and the first stock is going to be gone. ScAtt already jumping around in his seat, realizing that he got mixed up and lost that game.
Your moves, show them to me.
He's trying to show it to him right there. That dare out of shield just to get him his way out of there. Good parry into the F tilt, gets stage positioning. Going skybound. Oh, I see why now. Going skybound to get a ledge trap set up and covering. What do you even do there? You had roll covered. You had neutral getup covered. And then if you waited on the ledge too long, you had that coverage with the down smash. ScAtt perfectly positioning himself there.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Marvelous ledge trap right there. But Nick, wasting no time, getting right back into the thick of things.
Again, Nick not one to stay out of the real estate zone for too long. He very much likes to break into your range. Oh, just barely missing that knee again off the down air.
Okay, yep, NickC going for a Hail Mary read right there on the platform. Yeah. But he'll continue to keep his advantage stayed up.
Everybody else had put the bats away, but he was still at batting practice with nobody pitching. But luckily for him, he was able to close it out that time. He's still holding a pretty comfortable lead against ScAtt. Woohoo! Oh my God, don't do it! All right, ScAtt with the emergency escape button. He actually was laughing it off as soon as that happened.
That's definitely a nervous laugh. Like, oh my God, I almost just saw God. Like,
and Nick, not with us, without a second wasted, just going right back in, not afraid to go back up off stage. ScAtt just trying to make it stop, hoping to just stop the bleeding.
Yeah, man, but here we go. Goes for the down throw once again. That was a very risky grenade pull right there from ScAtt, because NickC was just lurking underneath that platform for the up smash.
You see NickC will occasionally go for that Falcon kick when he realizes somebody is really active, especially when they're like a character length away. Nobody, you don't think that's coming. Oh, just barely missing the timing on a Cypher. Where's he going again?
Pops recover high. Let's see what the coverage is from Nick, and the up air outright. Look at the job done, and a dominating first game from NickC.
I'm gonna need to talk to somebody like in the programming department about these whole like lightning finishes, because the amount of times that people get those soft kills that you don't think are gonna kill. I think that ScAtt was trying to DI out and hopefully get out, but you see they're both just having a bit of fun and just laughing it off there.
Yeah, man, you kind of have to. Like, it's like Captain Falcon is just such a he's the people's champ for life. Like, obviously that meme's been beaten to the ground. Like, Unless you're from New York, or unless you're the kill stage where you hate Captain Falcon.
Yeah.
So wherever you may be, buddy, we're thinking about you.
We always think about you, Sage, and I actually think that, you know, actually Captain Falcon might be one of the few characters that if he ever became like a top 3 character, people still wouldn't hate him.
No, it depends where you come from.
I
I hate fighting Captain Falcon. I love watching it.
Yeah, I love watching. I don't like being on the receiving end of any of it. And ScAtt doesn't either, and that's why he's going to be switching over to the Mega Man.
Captain Falcon's like the baseball of Smash characters. Actually, that's a terrible analogy. What am I talking about? People hate watching baseball.
Well, you know what? Hopefully they're entertained with esports, and we are currently continuing into the second game too here. MVG's own ScAtt switching over to the Mega Man, deciding to try and keep him out.
Now, this could obviously work out for ScAtt. Obviously, you know, it did work out against Leo for those couple games. But, you know, NickC having a lot of Mega Man experience. There's a plethora of Mega Men in the state of New York.
Yeah, you got King Arc over there putting in a lot of work, and a very different Mega Man style for sure. But the combos have just not stopped. That lab monster mentality you talked about earlier with NickC. You saw the way he was able to convert off that falling up air into a different string. However, ScAtt starting to slow it down a bit. Not going to get much of a ledge trap, though, when Nick just decides to recover aggressive.
Yeah, man, there you go. But Leaf Shield going to buy him some pressure, and Captain Falcon not flinching at all at that lemon in his face. And this is where the matchup is rough for Captain Falcon. When he's forced to recover, and there we go. ScAtt able to get back to the ledge nicely, though. So.
Exactly. A majority of characters who are really good in rushdown and having good up-close game, quite a few of them have bad recoveries, but that single hit nair, this swiftness and reaction of NickC to even this back up.
Gets the parry, but just not in a position to get a good follow-up out of it. Ooh, I think he got a trip out of that. That was crazy.
Yeah, and he was also looking for that rolling on that down air. That could have gotten so much more damage. Good answer with that landing up air just to get himself out of dodge and actually take the life lead.
Uh-oh. That could have been really bad for NickC dropping down low. You never want to give your opponent a chance to two-frame your recovery as Captain Falcon.
Exactly. Like, no matter what, that down there is so strong. And, you know, ScAtt just trying to play it safe. Hopefully looking for a cross-up down here to try and put some pressure on. But Nick looking for a roll yet again, just staying skybound and putting all the pressure on even while he's grounded.
Okay, able to get him with the Falcon dive. Oh, but that was incredibly risky from NickC right there, as he's going to give up all of that stage control, and ScAtt will capitalize.
Yeah, mistakes were made, and after that attempt to go after the low recovery, but he's going to punish him for his up tilt as well. What's he going to do? Try and go for the two-frame? Trying to follow up yet again as well, looking for a spot dodge. I really like the way that ScAtt's just been playing on defense, avoiding a lot of these attempts, but Gentleman should take it out.
There we go. The Gentleman, like you said, Ajax will clear off the stock right there, so let's see what the response is from NickC. As you see, he's kind of slowed down the pace of the game right now. He's not, bulling the China shop NickC just yet, as he's, maybe slowing down and seeing what ScAtt's going to do when he doesn't, press his advantage.
Yeah, very much known for his ability to destroy many people's personal belongings with the way that he just comes in and ruins all of your fun with these falling nairs. You see he's seeking one out right now, just trying to push ScAtt back off stage. And ScAtt landing a bit aggressive lately just to back him off, but I think NickC is starting to get a hold of it.
Yeah, man, without a doubt. Here comes the hard part for Captain Falcon. Without any of those resources at his disposal, forced to recover low. But the Raptor boost actually being a great option right there.
Yeah, it was exactly the right tool he needed. But the frame trap coming in from the up air into that forward, they're going to close it out. And ScAtt bringing this one game apiece.
Yep, very nice response there from ScAtt. Again, the Mega Man proven to be the remedy right there after losing that first game.
Yeah, very much needed. Looking very similar to that of when he was playing against MK Leo. That game number 2, it's so important in a best of 5 to have that extra game, because it really does take like a full game just to adapt to a Mega Man playstyle.
Yeah, it's crazy, and we'll see if, like we said, we saw that game of adaptation from ScAtt when he was fighting against MK Leo. Now the ball falls back into Nick's court. How's he going to respond to this different archetype of character?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we just see them stick it out on Pokemon Stadium. Maybe a slightly smaller stage, but no, we're going to stick on PS2. The match has been very even for both of them. Just if NickC can get a few of those two frames he's looking for on the ledge, or just avoid getting trapped himself on those recoveries like you're pointing out, wherever he has to come up with that up B, that's exactly where ScAtt gets his money.
Yep, so let's see what the response here is from Nick. And again, whoever it just changes the complexion of the set. Obviously, like, you know, this is going to be huge for counter pick advantage.
Yep.
Okay.
And that's if we go off of PS2, but here we go, ScAtt forcing him on the ledge yet again and getting the pivot grab as well. Oh, big damage.
Okay, chill, bro.
I swear, if he got that side B, that there is no justice if he would have stole that stock away. But there we go. That's what we mentioned before, that cross-up down air on the auto cancel. You can just rip that up tilt right afterwards. A lot of people think they could punish that, but ScAtt catching him slipping.
We've been talking about Marvel all night, Ajax, and the Marvel versus Capcom homage move. He the equalizer right there for ScAtt.
As I said, wake up DP. Occasionally you just got to throw it out at him, and that is going to catch NickC off guard. 45% to 43, and now ScAtt lapping him.
There you go, just trying to get something going right now. That get-up attack is going to evade the forward smash from ScAtt, but NickC having a hard time sort of generating any sort of offense right now. Again, pellets just being the cure-all for Falcon, just kind of running at your face like that.
Exactly. Rushdown characters, they do not enjoy playing against Mega Man. Having to deal with the fact that you have those annoying little pellets, even though there may not be a lot of damage, just stopping your momentum, but
there we go.
We're looking at that good recovery coverage from ScAtt. NickC's got it too.
There we go. Once again, just going to go for the forward throw for the reset. That forward is going to catch the jump, and now NickC is without a jump.
And able to somehow make it by with the up B. ScAtt. And he's going to go ahead and go for the back throw after the pummel's not enough just yet. We're going to repeat the process.
Ooh. Yeah, again, the ScAtt putting on a clinic on the ledge right now. NickC having a rough time. And there we go. I don't even think he needed to go for that back air. I think Nick just didn't have enough height to get back. But regardless, that will be second stock here for NickC, and he is leading.
Look, man, we've been burned many years by Magnet Hands, so, you know, ScAtt, just trying to make sure that guarantees it. We don't want Magnet Hands sponsoring this match as well.
Make sure he stays dead.
And NickC, like we mentioned before, he's consistently trying to hope for a trade to box and get his way in, but he's just taking so much damage for his approaches.
Ooh, that could have been a potential jab lock situation there for Nick.
And ScAtt rising with the rush as well. This just, when you're looking at between a rock and a hard place, when you're trying to find some kind of answer that, even though he was able to get that down smash punish, NickC really hasn't been able to establish that dominance we're used to seeing out of him so far.
There you go. ScAtt just applying that, that full screen pressure with Mega Man. Ooh, just out of range for the knee to connect right there. But gets it right there.
That's it. We'll give you a rebuttal. We'll allow you to get that 50-50 on that answer choice there, because we're going to let you take that back.
Yeah, that's the commentator's mulligan. You get a second chance to do it over. Back air will connect, though. Going to get the dramatic zoom, but not going to be enough just yet.
And forcing him to have to go for it. Luckily for him, he's able to make it by past that down air once again. Now, well, 27%. All we need is one down air and then one single hit nair, and a knee could take this.
Okay, wait a second. They continue to shark right now, but Leaf Shield being the landing option that ScAtt needed, and forward air will secure that stock as ScAtt goes up 2-1 on NickC.
Yeah, you saw ScAtt slow down the match, because at that point, he knows, he's seen it time and time again. Like, all right, look, a life lead against Captain Falcon is not really a comfortable thing ever. So he, at 27%, played slow, lamed it out a little bit, because he knew that if he went in too much, he would have gotten punished. But finally, he was able to close it out.
Yeah, and I don't think Nick does not play any other characters. This is going to be tried and true Captain Falcon here, so.
Yeah, it's kind of in his DNA at this point. One of the Captain Falcon extraordinaires. It's always fun to see them, but it's always nice to see.
He's using the Frogman costume.
Oh, God.
Ew.
Oh, no.
This costume is actually disgusting, and if you like it, I'm sorry.
I mean, he's activating actual camouflage, because he's just fitting right with the stage's green layout.
This color is absolutely disgusting. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to get past that.
It's okay. The green and yellow, man, is just looking like a Sprite can right now. And currently NickC trying to open up set can, but ScAtt just keeping up that same pressure he's been getting all set.
Oh, okay. Great job with the drop zone forwarder right there. And Nick is going to be, again, back in the world of pain. Ooh, but the the Falcon dive connecting with ScAtt right there, going to buy him a second chance at life.
Yeah, that early up B is what he needed right there just to get himself out of that situation. ScAtt just keeping it simple as usual before. There's no real reason to go a little bit too heavy, but that's exactly where NickC wanted him to just hope to make one mistake going for those fall down nairs.
Ooh, okay, there we go. The Falcon dive once again going to be the out-of-shield option that Nick needed.
And Nick's starting to get these sled traps where he hasn't been able to get too many before. Trying to go for the rising there. And
oh my god, look at that pressure.
I know, just consistently just boxing his way on shield. Just kind of stalling him out a little bit, hoping for an early reaction.
Okay. Oh, does not matter.
Looking for an early reaction himself is ScAtt. The moment he decided to come back in, he made him pay for it. That the Shoryu is going to take it out, but the Nair finally going to put the point on the board that NickC was looking for.
Yes, sir. Excellent job right there from NickC. Let's see what the response is. ScAtt in kind of a world of hurt right now, but that trade with the limit could have been huge for him, Ajax.
Exactly. If he didn't get that pellet right there, we might have been looking at another stock gone from ScAtt. But instead, he's going to get the reverse edge guard. Going to force him to go high, baits out the air dodge, but not in position to punish.
There's been a fair bit of spaghetti in these last couple of edge guards from ScAtt. He just hasn't looked like as crisp.
As well as on NickC too. NickC has been going for a couple after he's been forcing him to go higher, burn an air dodge. Oh, what's the option? There you go. Dude needs to get an edge guard when you can bait out that air dodge, and NickC closing it out. Crisp and clean.
Yeah, the salsa kick being exactly what Nick needed right there. That was very nice stuff.
Look, occasionally you got to pop on that merengue music and get it going. And NickC really feeling it, using his hips. But now with a stock lead currently being forced off stage, hopefully he can hold on to it.
Ooh, but the forward smash will connect right there. Again, just laying the trap with the crash bomber, but Nick able to bypass the ledge and get around it.
Yeah, and start to put on a little bit more percent. For Nick, he's living on borrowed time, and he knows it. He's had multiple times where he hasn't been able to live too long at the higher percents. He needs to rack on as much as possible.
Ooh. Oh,
wow.
That was bold.
Bold is a very interesting choice of words. I have other words that I can't say on stream, but the fact that he didn't get punished for that, he's got to be feeling good after that.
Life comes at you fast, man. There you go, Nick just continuing to add on his pressure right now. That could have been it right there, but just out of the range for that to work. Up smash though, full connect. So ScAtt taking a deep, aggressive breath right there. He's like, I can do this, and he can do this. And if he does do it, he'll move on and lose his bracket.
Exactly, and NickC almost doing it as well, trying to get the Nair into that knee, but just barely missing the timing.
Okay, trying to go for another leaf shield to maybe generate some more offense.
You see NickC realizing that ScAtt has been constantly approaching airborne, trying to draw these pellets. He's trying to preemptively get him on the air-to-airs, put out the Nair before he does anything. But these last few times, he's been losing all these interactions. There it is, though. It's going to confirm, and we're going to a Game 5.
There we go. Excellent job converting to stomp the knee right there. Really nice set there from NickC. The adaptation on both parts has been huge. And again, both guys looking a little sloppy right there in their edge guards.
Yeah.
And like you said, the borrowed time aspect of those stocks definitely paid dividends. You never want to give your opponents second and third chances, to take your stock.
Especially when you have somebody, we talked about the great equalizer multiple times. The characters such as Captain Falcon, where all he needs is one good mistake on a read with a nair or a down air, and he's able to close it out. And ScAtt was playing really well on defense, but all it takes is one.
Yeah, man. That's all it takes. Imagine if Nick went like
another character.
Just broke out Palutena or something.
That's when I actually unplug the mic and tell the stream, all right, guys, go ahead. Go ahead and just turn off the stream because we're done here. But we're not. We're going into game number 5. NickC keeping to the tried and true Captain Falcon. MVG ScAtt playing the Mega Man that really gave him a lot of his success throughout Smash 4 and early Ultimate's career.
Yes, sir. Now we'll see how it stacks out here at Ajax. Maybe the color counter pick is what ScAtt will John about in that last game to why you weren't here in this game 5.
It's kind of deserving to hold that L after switching and making us look at that green and yellow. But rocking the normal boy in blue. See if he can get out of this pressure. Ooh, there it is, though. Consistently just getting that true combo is NickC. Oh, here we go.
Oh, there we go. The Nair one into the stomp. NickC breaking out into game 5 with style.
And this is such a scary thing, not only the tri-state mentality, but when you play against a Captain Falcon. When they are getting that momentum, when they're really finding every opportunity to get their way in, they're so frightening to play against.
Yeah, man. Okay, Nick just opted to give himself up to the air right there as he just opted to take the crash bomber.
Hey man, look, maybe you got some big brain plays. Like, all right, I know full well that this true combo's here, so if I intentionally take this side B, I can remove myself from a confirm off of ScAtt. I'm definitely reading too far into it, but I don't know why he did that.
Occam's razor, man. Sometimes the obvious answer is the answer. So back throw will set up for another edge guard here. Nick forced to recover low. Okay, goes a little bit lower than he probably has in the past. Maybe just enough to mess up ScAtt's timing right there, but does not matter. The up smash will clean up that sock right there.
Yeah, and that's yet another time. I think ScAtt has seen it time and time again where those Falcon kicks come in to try and catch maybe a roll away or a runaway, and he's been just closing out with those perfect up smash punishes.
ScAtt out to recover high. Goes for the B reverse leaf shield. Again, just that ever so slight change in his spacing. You know, enough to buy him just a little bit more time, but it does not matter.
Nope.
The down air will convert.
It doesn't matter how many times you miss. It does not matter how many times you don't succeed at the ledge getting that down air. All it takes is the one that matters the most. Game number 5, getting the ScAtt onto his last stock. And see if ScAtt can make the run back. That is his jump. The early side B is going to keep NickC alive.
There you go. Nick recovering very dangerously above the ledge right there. But, you know, smells the blood in the water. He has the full stock advantage right now.
Exactly, and you can afford to go in a little bit more in this spot. When you're NickC, you got to be feeling so good because you know that every trade is in your favor. But ScAtt starting to make this work in his favor, starting to slow it down a bit, staying in shield forever.
There you go. ScAtt recovering high, gets the nair one. Once again, force a B.
Oh my god, and then he follows up with the nair and tries to finish it with the Falcon kick, and then the rebuttal with that side B is going to possibly cost him after all of that great edge guard he had going. But ScAtt going to get the rock and going to continue to force NickC at the ledge, but Nick finally finding his way on stage.
Yeah, but now, look at the damage that Nick's taking right now. They're literally 0.1% apart. The Falcon kick will again break zone very quickly. ScAtt one hit away from being eliminated. Is that going to be it? Yes, it is! NickC moving on.
With the perfect photo finish with that perfectly framed neutral air on that kick. And you already hear the battle cry of Tri-State in the background with the years going off. NickC was able to run it back after that game 4, and we already talked about how strong anybody with that type of character playability is. ScAtt got to be feeling that one. NickC got to be feeling good moving on to bracket.
Yeah, man. That was just great adaptation there from Nick. Whatever, you know, little changes he made, it definitely paid off for him right there. Just, you know, he was approaching a lot from that, like, 45-degree angle above Mega Man, where, like, he doesn't really have a great option to cover him except for, like, diagonal up, like, Metal Blade. And, again, that's just Falcon in a nutshell, man. All it takes, you're a combo dumpster as Captain Falcon. Yeah. If you get touched, you're going to eat a lot of damage. But, again, you have a great comeback factor with, you know, knee being as strong as it is. And just the ability to close, you know, to break zone as good as you do. And again, it was just a perfect combination of both, you know, player and character, and NickC was able to come out on top there.
And we were talking about some of the changes that NickC was making throughout the set. In Game 4, there were a lot of times where NickC would fail, but go for a jump air-to-air attempt before ScAtt ever threw something out, because he realized, you know what, I'm getting caught on this a lot. So if I call him out on his jump before he gets me, I can probably put fear into him. And you saw that fear go into those follow-up games. Nick would just rise and already have his thumb on the big green button, ready to go.
Now, if I'm correct, I believe we're going to have one more match for you guys coming up. As you can see, down there in the corner, as I can point at the right side of the screen, there we go.
Over there.
Right there.
That one over. We're gonna figure this out eventually. We got some technical difficulties on our end because we don't know directions. That public school system, the knowledge right there. But
yeah, man,
we got